Happy Friday. My brother can be such a knucklehead sometimes. This is the story of how my brother got freaking mauled by a daggone corgi. Years ago, I was in high school. I had to be a sophomore. I had to be a sophomore, and my friends were juniors. I had to be. So one time in the summer, I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and I asked her, for help with a music video. I had an idea for a music video, and I wanted her to be in it, and I needed some help. And my little brother was with me, helping me out with it. We had nothing but like the flip cam, those little flip cameras. So we were gonna use it. So we went to her house, and she has a pet corgi named Roxy. Roxy is very rambunctious. She loves to play. She loves people. And yet she can be very nippy at times. She's known to nip. So we're at my friend's house. Her name is Lauren. We're at Lauren's house. And she's basically cleaning up her room because we're going to do a scene in her room. And she wanted to clean it up a bit. I said, okay, that's fine. So we're in like a little loft area. So we're upstairs and we're in a little loft area, and then she's in her room. And Roxy is in the loft area with us. The only warning that Lauren gave my brother, because I already know this, but he didn't because he was there helping out. This was his first time there. Her only warning for him was, do not let her kiss you. Don't let her kiss your face. Don't let her. She loves kissing people, and it's to a point where if someone was to try to pry her off of you, she will nip, and there's a chance that she'll nip at you by mistake, and they don't want that. So we're waiting, and she's sitting there looking at my brother like, oh, what are you? And my little brother, he starts to do kissy faces at her. He starts to blow her kiss. He starts to go, and I heard it. I turned to him like, what the heck are you doing? He goes, I just want to see what she does. And I'm like, well, knock it off. He goes, well, she's not doing anything. I guess she doesn't care. So I look back at Roxy, and like Roxy's like, like the typical dog thing, like, curious what he's doing, but she seems to like it. So he does it again. And I kid you not, the noise that this freaking dog did, I swear to you. I refuse. Still to this day, I find it very hard to believe that that this came from a dog, from a freaking corgi. He does that, and she goes, like something from the freaking Exorcist. She goes, charges right at my brother, pounces him, and it makes him falls back. And it gets to, like, when he falls back, he accidentally hits his head on, like, the point of, like, the corner point that, if you pass the wall, you have that little corner. So his head hits that. He goes, oh, and she's on top of him. And her nails, they're not sharp, but they're not trimmed. And she ends up like scratching him on his neck. Not enough to break the skin, not enough to like cause huge bleeding or anything like that. Just like, when you have a welt, or when you scrape yourself, it's like that. And I'm trying to get Roxy off without her nipping at me. He's laughing. He's like, oh my god. Roxy's trying to get at him, like trying to lick him. And I'm like, Lauren, Roxy's trying to maul my brother. She's trying to kiss my brother. Help. She's like, oh my gosh. Trying to pull him off. He's like, I can't, she's trying to pull her off and everything. And luckily, of course my brother's not hurt. He's fine. We knew he was fine. I was laughing because I wasn't expecting it. He's like, oh my gosh, I never heard that sound. She's like, Lauren's like, what happened? What happened? And he explains to her, and she's like, yeah, don't do that. But, he had fun. No one was hurt. I mean, it was a funny experience. Never thought that Roxy was being Roxy. I mean, like, what the heck? It was just so funny. Yeah. He nearly got mauled. He nearly got mauled.